And, whoa, look at Magoo. Magoo streaks into the...
Thorpe's got basketballs. They lock handlebars as they go through, but Thorpe's done.
Here comes Bradshaw to the outside of Bale. He takes over the number 2 position, and Bradshaw is not done.
Riders trying to get the whole shot. It is Kehoe and Cooper.
Oh, we tangle a bunch of them right there. Number 2 is down, Ricky Johnson. There's a total of 6 riders in this incident. One of them might be hurt. That's Johnson trying to get his number 2 motorcycle back up after winning the last heat race.
Cooper got actually hit after that. He's the one that spun down. The red motorcycle flying through the crowd. We've got, I'm not sure, it looks like Doug Dubach out leading this race. But the Suzuki team, the main members of the Suzuki team and the Honda team went down in that first turn pileup.
And there is not a restart condition, folks. Once you see that green flag waving, that's a reassuring green flag to let them know that the start was good. If that was a good start, I'd hate to see an exciting one. Number 21, Doug Dubach leads it here in the early stages, but they're all over this racetrack right now.
Oh, getting brake checked is Jason Upshaw. He goes down, and Ron Lechien rams into Upshaw, and Lechien drops back 8 places right there.
Number 4, Lechien, who did so well in just the very last heat race, is now watching him go by him wholesale as he gets started again. 44, doing pretty well, Brock Glover, and the number 6 rider in there, also in the 3rd place spot as they climb out of the Coliseum.
It is Glover hounding Fred Andrews now. Glover easily went by that mishap there on that corner where Lechien went down. Glover's in 3rd. It is Fred Andrews from Salem, Ohio in 2nd, and Dubach is way out there. And here's Glover's charge.
Glover goes for the lead. Right here, it's airtime once again, and Glover is in control of this situation. He may have gotten lucky because of the fact he didn't. And going by was number 44, Glover, who's now in charge of this race. We're looking at Ricky Johnson, though, hammering through traffic.
Ricky Johnson started his charge from 19th spot. I believe he is up to about 14th right now. Back to the leader. There is the lead change. Glover takes over the lead over Dubach and makes it look so easy.
Dubach wondered where he came from. I mean, that thing was boom and gone. And 44 now in control overall, and Dubach wondering what happened.
Get in tow, Dubach. Hang on to that guy right now. Get away from that pack.
Down into the Coliseum, all the way to the floor of the Coliseum once again. And here's the airtime jump that they have been using, especially Glover lately. There it is, nice and smooth, nothing foolish, no folding of his arms, no waving at the crowd. Now he's all business.
Scott Glover and Doug Dubach are already at least 200 yards ahead.
Part of the way that incident happened in turn 1, it took so many of them.
And he is being hounded by number 6 Mickey Diamond, the factory Yamaha rider. And in this battle coming up quick is Ron Lechien. Lechien's right back there.
The points races, the money, the whole bit is riding right here on this main event. And that 3rd place one is a very nice sized paycheck.
Out in front is Brock Glover. In 2nd is Doug Dubach. This is 3rd place, number 14, Larry Brooks.
A private mano-a-mano type of war right there for 3rd place. Behind them still is Johnson. And whether or not Johnson will ever come up to be a factor with him, we'll just have to watch and see.
Here's the Australian Jeff Lease now, number 7, moving up on Mickey Diamond to join that battle for 3rd.
Leask, the Aussie, did well in a heat race earlier. The number 7 motorcycle, 3rd out of that 3-man group. That actually makes him 6th place, coming up to the finish line area right now.
And I believe Kansas is back there. Ron Lechien's right in the boya.
And it seems like they keep bumping into him as he's trying to pick himself back up there on that tight portion of the race course. And that motorcycle that is now right behind Brock Glover, the number 5 bike, he's not on the same lap with him.
Rick Johnson, who I believe tore off his front brake lever, the right-hand side, the front brake lever. You can see it's bent right there. Does not break.
He's really not a factor for the win anymore.
Johnson started in 17th position last year at this race in a first turn mishap, and he won the event, and the crowd is rooting him on right now. Now he's got a tough competitor, Jeff Lease, who went down in that bobble next to the hay bale. He's trying to pass Lease, and Lease is not going to give him an inch.
The Aussie on the number 7 bike, Johnson on the number 2 bike as they go at each other again. You'll watch that Johnson will probably either have to throw the bike sideways for braking or use the rear brake an awful lot.
Johnson Johnson can pass over the jumps where the gutsy high-speed movers and his skill will come in, but in terms of coming into a turn and really outbraking somebody, it's going to be kind of difficult.
The Los Angeles Coliseum. Bruce Flanders and David Stanfield covering the action. John Bradley Entertainment has got 11 cameras out there, including one that didn't make it to the main event. Russ Wageman. If you're just tuning in, you missed our onboard camera that was giving us some great shots. Russ is done and back in the pit area right now. David, they are going at each other right there.
The battle for third, two green machines. It is Larry Brooks, number 14. Ron Lechien takes the inside, and Larry Brooks looks over and says, there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, he just squoze him off, I think.
Now, number 4, Ron Lechien is in third spot. And looking to the back, there is Larry Brooks jumping right after Lechien, and Lechien is moving up on slower riders. These are lapped riders.
Yeah, we are lapping in traffic right now. If you're just tuning in, number 44 is the leader overall. That's BROC GLOVER, who's having one of his best nights ever.
He's riding all by himself. It's very lonely out front.
Number 4, that's Lechien, is sitting in the third place spot. And there's Ricky Johnson coming down the hill, the number 2 red Honda.
He dominated Supercross all this year. There he's making a pass.
Boy, they do go side by. You've got to trust the other guy.
He blows by Schmidt and then overtakes Andrews, tries to overtake Andrews. Andrews goes to the outside, just about pushes Johnson off the track. And Johnson's trying to overtake Fred Andrews and Johnny O'Mara.
Johnny O'Mara, a former star on this circuit, riding with a bad knee injury right now, and not the same Johnny O'Mara we knew last season.
Former Supercross champion Johnny O'Mara right in front of number 2 Ricky Johnson. Kind of a crowd favorite, Ricky Johnson. He won last year after a devastating start, coming back from 19th spot, 17th spot, something like that, and he got another horrible start in a first turn mishap. And there's the leader all by himself. Now the person behind him, he's been lapped. He was in that first turn mishap. That's Guy Cooper. He's just tagging along for the ride.
But Cooper is motoring along pretty well. He hooks in behind Glover, and they've been working their way through traffic. Cooper's been letting him open the holes in traffic.
Exactly. Here is second place now. Second place is number 21, Doug Dubach. The Yamaha rider is being pressured by Lechien. Lechien just flew up to Dubach, and now it's all over.
This is the best one-on-one battle on the racetrack, and it is for second place money here on the victory rostrum. Dubach, number 21. Lechien, number 4. Getting ready to climb out again. Up the hill they go. Dubach with a half a bike length on him.
Dubach going for pride. Lechien going for points in the AMA Supercross standings, trying to overtake his teammate Jeff Ward, who's not racing tonight. And he does. Lechien moves into second, and it could be enough points to move him into second overall in the AMA point standings.
Different lines through that corner. One used the berm, one used the low line, and we'll follow him a little bit more. Lechien into second, as the graphic tells you. Dubach seems like he might have throttled off just a little bit, decided to let him go.
Second place, Lechien. Third place, Dubach. Fourth place, I believe it is Sean Kalos now. Kalos has moved up, and Ricky Johnson is back. There is a battle. There is Larry Brooks way in the back. Brooks hits a hay bale. Oh, my.
That looked like something great.
Around that crash and moves out to the lead. And right now, he sees the checkered flag on the other side of the track. Off the triple and just about goes down.
Less than a third of a lap now, and it will be a victory for him. There's Johnson well back, but coming like a bandit right now. He's in 5th. And he's coming up on 4th and 3rd, I do believe, all on the same lap.
Checkered flag coming out.
Let's style it a little bit for him, Brock. Here's the checkers. A conservative one by Johnson's standards, but a well-deserved victory. Lechien, number 4, for the second place spot. Who's going to get third? This is still a drag race. I think it's number 21, Dubach, for the third place spot.